Been a long campaign leading up to Election Day, when voters will finally decide who they want in the White House for the next 4 years. Former President Donald Trump holding 4 rallies today, 3 critical battlegrounds, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and then Michigan. The VP, Kamala Harris, making a final blitz, making 3 stops today, only in Pennsylvania, the top prize among all the swing states, with 19 electoral votes.
Both sides are boiling down their final message.
Kamala Harris's agenda is to grow this economy from the middle out, make our streets safer, work on bipartisan immigration reform. Donald Trump's agenda in these final few days of the campaign seems to be to divide us from each other.
And our message to every voter has been very consistent. We're in a great position to win, but we have to win on Election Day, and we need everybody who supports Donald Trump to go vote, vote, vote.
Fox Team coverage. Brian Yanis is covering the Harris campaign in Pennsylvania. But first, Aisha Hasni is at that Trump rally in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's get to her. Good morning, Aisha.
Good morning to you, Dana and Bill. The Trump team knows, acknowledges that these battleground states are close, but they do feel that the former president has a strong lead, and they are very pleased with the early voting turnout in states like North Carolina, where they are already claiming victory on those numbers. We'll put that on the screen for you there. You can read it for yourself. 56% of registered voters here have already cast their ballots, and you can see more registered Republicans have voted already over registered Democrats. I talked to some of those Republicans this morning. They're not surprised by the numbers.
Yeah, no, not surprised at all, because it's not the same as 2020 or 2016.
It's history. I mean, Donald Trump is for us. You know, he doesn't care about the rich Washington elite. He's for the everyday American.
Okay, so put early voting off to the side. What does the campaign think about tomorrow? The campaign is telling me that it is expecting a massive wave of traditional GOP voters. Now, last night, Trump summed up his final pitch to a huge crowd in Macon, Georgia.
I'd like to begin by asking you a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? With your vote on Tuesday, I will end inflation. I will stop the invasion of criminals coming into our country, and I will bring back the American dream.
And Dana, I just asked the campaign how the former president is feeling today. Got a thumbs up. Back to you.
All right, that's
Blitz the Keystone State today. Most of that in the southeastern corner. Not all of it. She'll head to Pittsburgh later tonight. Brian Yanis in Allentown begins our coverage from there now this hour. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Bill, good morning. Vice President Kamala Harris spending her final hours, all of them, here in the pivotal Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. She'll start by door knocking in Scranton, President Biden's hometown, before coming to a rally here in Allentown. She'll then make a campaign stop in Reading, Pennsylvania, with AOC and Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro, before ending today with 2 major rallies and concerts in Pittsburgh and in Philadelphia, featuring stars like Lady Gaga and Oprah. The purpose is to drive up voter turnout. Last night at a rally in Michigan, for the first time as the Democratic nominee, Harris did not mention former President Trump by name at a rally as she tries to deliver a message of unity.
We have the momentum because our campaign is tapping into the ambitions, the aspirations, and the dreams of the American people. Because we are optimistic and excited about what we can do together.
Now, 2 of Harris's stops today in Allentown and Reading, they are notable. It's majority Latino communities, primarily Puerto Rican, and they're really playing up the insult, calling Puerto Rico an island of garbage made by the comedian at the Trump rally. Democrats think it's making a difference on the ground.
The effect has been that it's activated a lot of people. A lot of people who I think might have been on the couch. It woke them up a little bit. It was kind of a wake-up call. Yesterday afternoon and driving in, there were Harris volunteers everywhere. I hadn't seen any of the Trump folks.
That was the mayor of Allentown. For Democrats, the concern is the mail-in ballot return advantage in Pennsylvania has shrunk. Over 1 million more registered Democrats than Republicans voted by mail in 2020. This year, That advantage is just over 400,000. This means, Dana and Bill, that 75% of the vote about is still out there for Election Day, which is why voter turnout is so important here in Pennsylvania, a race decided by a point or less over the last 2 elections, Bill.
All right, Brown, we'll watch it there. Amazing thing that a comic can be on stage at 2:30 in the afternoon. The candidate comes out 5 hours later and still a story today. Wow.